Mido Ocean Star 200C, and I have this watch for about 4 months now, maybe 5. And I gotta tell you, okay, this is probably, if not the best, one of the best Swiss divers that you can find, made in titanium, that costs around $1,000. I know there's a lot of options, but like for that price, there's almost nothing else out there. I really enjoy the dial in this watch. I think it's like probably my favorite. I think I really like the patterns in the dial, like the wavy patterns you can see there. But honestly, what made me purchase this watch was really the specs. It has a ceramic bezel, a 200 meters water resistance, an automatic movement with 80 hours of power reserve, screw down crown, sapphire crystal, and it only weighs 139 grams. So yeah, because of the titanium, this watch is pretty light. So let me show you how it looks in the wrist. I think the bracelet tapers really well around the wrist. One of the good features of the watch, one of my favorite features for sure. It also has a nice micro adjustment. So once you have the bracelet measured for your wrist, you're gonna be fine. Like, yeah, you guys can see here is like almost like a, I don't know, 1 centimeter, maybe 1.5 centimeters. So pretty good. So as you can see here, there's already like a lot of scratches in the bracelet. I wish the titanium was a little bit more resistant, because I don't really do anything crazy. I just go to the office and I type wearing the watch, and somehow it's already really scratched. Still pretty good, but yeah, it could be better for sure. So yeah, let's hear the bezel a little bit. I think it's has some nice bezel action. So the bezel is unidirectional, it only moves to the left. But yeah, not a problem. But I did have some issues in the beginning. I feel like the bezel was getting a little bit stuck. But as I used it, I feel like it became a little bit more loose. And now it's fine. But yeah, as you can see here in the video, I can move it fairly easily. But yeah, these are pretty good. For a diver watch, I think this is a pretty thin watch. It only has 12.3 millimeters of thickness. So it wears really close to the wrist. And yeah, it's 42.5 millimeters, which is, I know some people don't like it. I personally don't have a problem with it. I feel like it's okay for my wrist. My wrist is 18 centimeters or 7 inches. And yeah, it's pretty nice. So let's talk about the movement. The Ocean Star uses a ETA-based movement, which is fairly standard in the Swatch group. A lot of brands there use that type of movement. Tissot, Hamilton, Certina, even Rado, sometimes they use some ETA-based movement. It's a 3 Hertz movement, which means the watch will tickle 6 times per second. So when you can see like the seconds hand moving here, it's actually moving 6 times per second, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the faster the movement beats, so the higher the hertz, the smoother the seconds hand feels. Usually like better movements, they use 4 hertz. So Omega, Rolex, even Tudor, or like, yeah, you don't have to even be that high. I think like even Christopher Ward, they have 4 hertz movement. But then the power reserve suffers a little bit. So this movement is a little bit slower down, but you get like a big power reserve for the price, because 80 hours is pretty good. Now let me unscrew the crown here and show you guys how to operate the watch a little bit. No, actually I'm not gonna do that. Or I will. Yes, I will actually unscrew the crown, because I forgot what I did when I recorded the video. So unscrewing the screw down crown so I can operate the watch. In the first position, you can charge the watch. Then you pull one time, you can change the date and the day. And if you pull all the way down, you can change the hours. It's pretty easy to operate. Yeah, there's no secret at all. Usually when changing the date, it's actually better to leave the watch at 6 o'clock position. So the hour hand should be at the 6 o'clock. So we'll preserve the movement as you change the day and the date. I guess it kind of makes sense, because when the watch hits 12 o'clock, sometimes it has to jump to the next day. So yeah, I don't really know how the movements work internally, but yeah, that makes sense. So do that. So let me show you guys a test that I did with the Lume. I have a Seiko 5 in a Tudor Blackberry Pro, so I put them side by side with the Ocean Star. And as you can see here, the Mido did pretty well. We can see like a bigger difference when you do like a long exposure picture. I'll show you guys. Then you can see like the Tudor is a little bit stronger, but still I think you'll be fine if you're planning on using this watch for diving, or yeah, if you're worried about the Lume is fine. Yeah. So should you buy this watch? No, you probably don't need it. Okay, I'm just being straight with you. You already have too many watches. But in case you're a person that actually don't have other watches and you're looking to buy your first watch, then maybe yes, maybe you should buy this watch. Before you make your decision, let me give you a few options just so you can like do some research and pick your favorite, okay? I think the main contender for this watch, if you're looking into buying a Swiss-made titanium diver, it has to be the Certina DS Action. It has like really good specs as well. It has 300 meters of water resistance. But I think the main thing is that it's also available in different sizes, even in the titanium version. So you can get that in like 43 millimeters, 40.5 millimeters, and even at 38 millimeters. So if you are like a guy that likes smaller watches, you might enjoy the Certina a little bit better. For me, in the end, I chose the Mido because I liked it looks better, but yeah, it wasn't like an easy decision. And definitely, you should consider. Another good option if you're willing to spend a little bit more money, actually a lot more money, because it's already like $2,000 then, is the Christopher Ward C60, the Lumière edition or the titanium edition, I don't know how they call it. It looks pretty good. The movement is like COSC certified. And yeah, it's a pretty good watch. I would definitely consider that as well. If you want something for a brand a little bit more well known, you can take a look into the tag Heuer Aquaracer. It looks pretty cool and it's pretty light as well. But it's a solar powered quartz movement, which is kind of like a deal breaker for me at least. Because you know what? You can get a quartz movement from Citizen, solar powered as well, and it's gonna cost you $300. Tag Heuer is cool, but they're charging you a lot for the privilege of using that brand, to having that brand in your wrist. I don't know if that's worth it. It's not for me, but maybe you have different values because we are different people. And finally, like as the last option, I would consider the Tudor Pelagos. It is already like crazy money. You have to be like a sick person to be willing to spend that amount of money on a watch. But there's a lot of people that do that. I cannot judge anyone, but yeah, it's 4,500, but it's a COSC certified movement. Some versions even is Meta certified. So it's a pretty sick watch and yeah, worth a look. And yeah, that's it. If you made this far, please like and subscribe, and more important than that, actually leave a comment, because that's actually my second video on the channel and the comments are pretty cool, and let me know what you think. Like, should I be adding those kind of comparisons in the end of the video, or that's causing more harm than good, because you know it's giving you even more options. So yeah, I don't know. Thanks guys, have a good day, a great day, and see you guys in our next video. If I do a next video, because you know it was a lot of work doing this one. Yeah, it's pretty hard to do the voiceovers after you record it, and yeah, it looks pretty weird actually. I don't know, but yeah, thanks. See you guys, or not.